Today we're talking about something really important, something that could make or break your Scrum Master interview. You know that feeling when everything is going smoothly in an interview and then the interviewer drops a question that just stops you in your tracks? This is that kind of question. It's one that catches so many people off guard. Answer it wrong, and the interview might as well be over. Answer it right, and you show the interviewer that you have what it takes to handle one of the toughest situations in Scrum. This isn't just any question. It's the kind of question that reveals whether you really understand what it means to lead a team through challenges. I've been in an interview where this question came up, and I could tell that it was a game changer. The energy in the room shifted. The interviewers leaned in a little closer, waiting to see how I would respond. You can almost feel that this is the moment that they're deciding whether you are the right fit for the role. Question: how do you handle a sprint that is at risk of failing? This question may sound simple, but trust me, it's far from it. Handling a failing sprint isn't just about quick fixes. It's about showing that you can think clearly under pressure and prioritize work and guide your team towards improvement. Here's why this question carries so much weight. This question is a test of your ability to stay calm under pressure. If a sprint is going off the rails, everyone feels the pressure: developers, product owners, and stakeholders. The interviewer is trying to gauge whether you can remain composed when tensions rise and guide the team without letting stress affect your decision making. They want to see if you can manage chaos with clarity and lead the team through the storm without panicking. This question also reveals how you prioritize. In the middle of a sprint that is going astray, there's a lot going on and the team could lose focus. The interviewer wants to see if you understand how to prioritize what's most important at the moment and refocus the team on what is still attainable without removing stories from the sprint. Can you zero in on the critical issues that need immediate attention? This question unravels your leadership skills on how you support the team. If a sprint is at risk of failing, the Scrum Master's leadership comes into play. Are you able to rally the team and support them and help them find solutions, or do you panic and lose control? The interviewer is looking for evidence that you can guide the team without micromanaging or making things worse. Note, the key word here is evidence. This is how I'll go about this question. I've been in a situation where mid-sprint it became clear that the team was not going to meet the sprint goal. Understanding my team's capabilities, I was able to assess earlier on in the sprint that we're off track. In that moment, my first instinct was to step back and assess the situation with clarity. Instead of reacting immediately, I focused on understanding the root cause. The first thing I did was to rally the team together during stand-up and ask important questions. What blockers were we facing? Did we underestimate the work? Was there miscommunications or internal factors that impacted our progress? I made sure to gather facts rather than assumptions. I reviewed our sprint board and checked our WIP limits to see if we had taken on too much. And I also analyzed if any bottlenecks had emerged during our daily stand-ups. My goal was to understand exactly what went wrong so that we can act on it. Once I had the facts, I shifted the team's focus to what we could realistically achieve. Importantly, I didn't remove stories from the sprint. Instead, I prioritized the most valuable work that we could complete within the cadence of the sprint. It was all about guiding the team to keep pushing forward while recognizing what was attainable and also clearing a path for the team so that we could regain momentum. This also became an opportunity to teach the team to handle challenges while reflecting on it later. During retrospective, we look back on where things went wrong. The key takeaway here was that the sprint became a learning opportunity and not just a failure. At the same time, I communicated with our stakeholders of what was happening. I kept them informed, explaining that while some goals might not be met, the team was focused on delivering as much value as possible. We weren't giving up, we were just adjusting our focus. By taking this approach, we were able to minimize the impact of the sprint going off the handle. The team still delivered valuable work, and more importantly, we learned from the situation. Our stakeholders were reassured that the team could handle challenges without falling apart, and we went into the next sprint stronger and better prepared. So, when you're faced with this question in an interview, don't just focus on how to fix a sprint that's going wrong. Show the interviewer that you know how to prioritize and turn the situation into a learning experience. That's what true leadership looks like. That's the end of this video. Let me know if you have other video suggestions in the comments down below, and who knows, maybe your question could be answered next.